The following is a production of the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network. Fairfield Trojan Boys Basketball is coming your way on the Ottumwa Radio YouTube channel. Now, let's get you to the court for Fairfield Trojans Basketball.
All right, back here at the Hound Dome, about 7 minutes away from the boys' game starting. Let's review the last season meetings between these two teams. First time around, the Trojans pulled off the upset, if you will, 57-55, led by, of course, last year's senior Riley Perkins, 25.6 rebounds, 3 assists and 3 steals. Drew Myers, of course, will be one of the leaders tonight, 13 points, 4 assists, had a steal. Eli Zillman with 12 points, 5 rebounds, a couple of blocks, and an assist. Fort Madison, led by graduates, Kendon Bowie, 20 points, 5 rebounds. Peyton Lamar, 12 points, hit 5 of 5 field goals, 6 rebounds. A returnee, Nolan Guzman, had 10 points, 5 assists, a couple of steals, 2 rebounds, and a block. And Julian Deere, who graduated, 9 points, 7 steals, 6 assists. Fort Madison was 22 of 44 at the field. Fairfield 22 of 54. 3-pointers. Fairfield 9 of 30. Fort Madison 3 of 15. Second time, Fort Madison 70. Fairfield 54. Riley Perkins again led the Trojans. 22 points, 5 rebounds, 4 assists, 4 steals, and a block. Drew Myers 13 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists. Nolan Guzman, who's back tonight, 21.7 rebounds, 4 assists and a block. And then Bowie, 18 points, 9 boards. Lamar, 13 points, 5 rebounds, 3 blocks. Deere, 10 points, 9 assists, 5 rebounds, 2 steals. And again, all but Guzman graduated from that Fort Madison team. Bloodhounds were 26 of 53 from the field. Fairfield 21 of 51. 3-pointers. Fort Madison just 1 of 9. Fairfield 6 of 19. Free throws, that was a big difference. Fort Madison 17 of 26, Fairfield 6 of 13. Rebounding, Bloodhounds with the advantage, 39-22. So that was a look back to last year's meetings between these teams. Our pregame show for the boys basketball game brought to you by Community First Credit Union. They put you first. Thanks to Community First Credit Union. And we'll take a 3-minute break here and be back with the starting lineups, and that's brought to you by our friends at Packwood Locker as we get set for the boys basketball season opener for the Fort Madison team and the conference opener for both as the Trojans and the Bloodhounds get set to battle here in Fort Madison. Back in 3 minutes on the Ottumwa Radio Group YouTube channel.
At Community First Credit Union, we want you to smile more and stress less this holiday season. Right now, we're offering 3 savvy ways to slay this holiday. Enjoy our low intro rate Flex Rewards card, secure a personal loan at a low rate, or save in a flash with Skip-a-Pay. Visit c1stcu.com/holiday loan or stop by a branch for complete details. Slay this holiday with C First. Some restrictions apply. Loans are subject to credit approval, federally insured by the NCUA.
This is Jeremy with Cranston Family Funeral Home. I want to take a moment and say thank you, not for choosing our funeral home, although we're deeply honored when you do, but for showing up for your neighbors, for supporting small businesses, for standing in line at visitations and hugging people you maybe haven't seen in years. That is what makes our communities feel like home. At Cranston Family Funeral Home, we don't believe in flashy promises. We believe in showing up quietly, respectfully, and doing the work that matters when it matters most. So from our family to yours, thank you. We see you, we are grateful for you, and we'll be here when you need us.
We care. At Jefferson County Health Center, it's the little things that make a big difference. We believe every patient deserves to feel safe and comforted, no matter what brings them here. We strive to turn fear into comfort. We are committed to ensuring every patient feels informed, supported, and truly cared for.
Jefferson County Health Center, care you can count on. It's what we do.
Dr. Matt here. Looking for complete dental care for your entire family? At Fairfield Dental Clinic in Fairfield, that's exactly what we provide.
Dr. Pat here. We pride ourselves on delivering comprehensive care from routine cleanings to advanced procedures. At Fairfield Dental Clinic, we're committed to creating healthy smiles in a comfortable, caring environment.
We live here, we work here, and we're proud to care for generations of families from Fairfield and the surrounding area. Call today for an appointment. Fairfield Dental Clinic. Complete dental care for your entire family. Your neighbors, your dentists, your smile.
This holiday season, connection means more than ever. At Lisco, we're proud to keep you close no matter the distance. With fiber-fast internet, crystal clear TV, and reliable phone service, your moments of laughter, your video calls, and your favorite holiday movies all shine brighter. Because at Lisco, connection isn't just what we provide, it's what we believe in. From our family to yours, happy holidays from Lisco, keeping you connected to what matters most.
If community matters, choose a family that values community. When you choose Beaner Funeral Home, you are choosing more than a business and more than a building. You are choosing a family. When you support those who give back to the community by way of volunteerism, talents, and monetary investments, you are ensuring this legacy of giving continues. We offer the most economical cremation and traditional burial pricing in our area and invite you to experience the Beaner difference of community, compassion, and commitment.
You're watching the Fairfield Trojans on the Ottumwa Radio YouTube channel.
All right, back here at the Hound Dome in Fort Madison, getting set for the Trojans and the Bloodhounds. The boys' game following the girls' game, which went to Fort Madison 47-30. I was just finishing writing all the Fort Madison players on my score sheet here this evening. So let me finish the last one, and then we'll be ready to get the starting lineups introduced here in the Hound Dome. Of course, no anthem before this varsity boys game. Again, our pregame show was brought to you by Community First Credit Union, because together we're better. Check them out at cfirstcreditunion.com. First quarter will be a service of Jefferson County Health Center. Cares you can count on, that's what they do. Second quarter, a service of Fairfield Dental Clinic with the two dentists there on West Adams and Fairfield. Our halftime show is service of Smithburg Automotive, vehicle maintenance, rental, and vehicle sales. Of course, they have their primary service on South 23rd Street. They have the auto and recycling out on West Grimes and Fairfield, and the vehicle rental and car sales on basically West Burlington. It's right across from Casey's West. It's officially at that side street, whatever number street that is, but you can obviously see the vehicles and the building for the rentals. They're the halftime sponsor. Post-game service of Cranston Family Funeral Home, Fairfield and Keosauqua. Now to serve you with Monument Sales, Irish Ridge Cremation, CranstonFamilyFuneralHome.com. Third quarter service of Lisco, your experts for fiber optic. Give them a call to get set up. Jefferson County Health Center brings you the first quarter. Cares you can count on, that's what they do. Fourth quarter service of Brandon Taglar, your Beck Seed dealer. Call 641-919-7526. Any three-pointers, the service of Beaner Funeral Home and Crematory of Fairfield with Scott and Rachel Brown. I stopped by, AJ and I did, on the way out of town for the visitation of my friend Don Henderson. My sincere condolences to his widow Donna, the son Eric, and the grandchildren. Ella, a good friend of AJ's, son of Eric and his wife. But going to miss Don. Always had a smile and a very pleasant conversation. Donna and the rest of us will sorely miss Don Henderson. But Beaner Funeral and Crematory, a service for every family. And there when you need them, visit BeanerFH.com. Starting lineups, the service of Packwood Locker and Meats of Packwood. Visit them at PackwoodLockerandMeats.com. And speaking of which, let's get right to it. Here are the Trojan starters, brought to you by Packwood Locker and Meats. 6-foot senior, number 2, Drew Myers. 6'1" junior, number 3, Ethan Bisgard. 6'4" senior, number 22, Brock Atwood. A good debut for him as a starter in the Tuesday night game with Oskaloosa. 6'2" senior, number 23, Axel Starr. 6'3" senior, number 40, Eli Zillman. Head coach Nate Perkins, assisted by Paul Conzel and Ian Stabby. For the Bloodhounds, they have Aurelio Jasunde, number 1. Number 2, Lucas Helmick. number 4, Nolan Guzman, number 10, Brody Ulick, and number 24, Zeke Groves. That's the Fort Madison starters for this varsity boys basketball game. Let me see if I can get up the roster here for the Fort Madison boys. Get their years and heights. And like the girls game, they shut down the lights for the starting lineups. So we'll listen in while they introduce their starters.
And now, let's hear it for the starting lineup for the Fort Madison lineup.
PA announcer obviously very excited. Jakende. Lucas Helmick. Guzman, 6'3" senior. Brody Ulick. And number 24, Zeke Groves. Brian Wilson, head coach of the Bloodhounds. He was honored for something before this game, so I assume he hit a milestone win. Been here for several years coaching the Fort Madison boys basketball program. All right. So just about set. Same officiating crew. Eli Zillman will jump center for the Trojans. Of course, a state champion high jumper. Jumping center on the Fort Madison side. Very tall player. Number 2, Lucas Helmick. Listed at, I don't think that's Helmick, that's somebody else. Controlled by Eli. No, Helmick, yeah. Number 2, 6'2", they list him. Inside it goes to Axel Starr, lays it up and in. So Trojans score right away. A warning on a delay of game warning on Fairfield. I think it was on Eli Zillman. It doesn't count as a foul or anything, but next time if it happens, would be a technical foul, a team technical on the Trojans. So Lucas Helmick. Well, he looks taller than 6'2". Bloodhounds with it. Rilo Jasinde drives on Ethan Bisgard. Pulls up from the right block, too strong. Rebound tips, comes to, that's a tie between Eli Zillman and Jasinde. Possession goes to the Bloodhounds. Jasinde, a 5'10" sophomore. Bloodhounds with it. Inside it goes to Nolan Guzman, or Zeke Groves. Shot wouldn't go, Eli Zillman with the rebound. Zeke Groves, a 5'11" sophomore. Trojans in the front court. Axel Starr to Drew Myers, a 3 up and in. Drew Myers, ring it up, a 3 from Drew. Trojans lead 5-0 out of the gates. Bloodhounds get it across. Knocked away by Drew Myers, stolen by Ethan Bisgard, takes it to the basket. Layup won't go, rebound Drew. Off to Brock Atwood, he's fouled in the act of shooting. Brock Atwood will get the first free throws of the night in the boys' game. First Fort Madison foul on number 2. Lucas Helmick picks it up. Brock Atwood at the line shooting 2. First one up and it's short. Say Helmick listed at 6'2", a junior. Guzman, I mentioned, Nolan Guzman, 6'3", senior. Air ball in the second free throw, so it'll be out of bounds to the Bloodhounds. Trojans will give it up. Into the front court, driving to the basket, missing the shot, but heading to the line will be Nolan Guzman as he took it aggressively to the hoop, draws the first Fairfield foul of the game. Will go against Brock Atwood. And 2 free throws coming for Nolan Guzman. Up and in on the first one, so Fairfield's 5-0 lead is now 4, 5-1. Took Fort Madison just over a minute to get their first 2 points, as the second free throw also good. Trojans get into Ethan Bisgard. He's the point guard. Over to Drew Myers, 3 from the right wing, off the rim, rebounded by Fort Madison. They'll call Ethan Bisgard for a foul. First on Ethan, second team foul. Bloodhounds will get the basketball. 6:40 left in the first quarter here at the Hound Dome. Girls game went to the Bloodhounds, 47-30. First quarter, again, a service of Jefferson County Health Center. Back the other way, lost it for Madison. Ethan Bisgard ahead to Drew Myers. Drew lays it up and in. Nice assist by Ethan Bisgard. And Trojans lead 7-2. Aurelio Gisende in the front court. Over to Nolan Guzman. Guzman dribbling it between the circles. Now to Gisende. Over to Guzman, his 3 from the right wing. Ring it up. Nolan Guzman has all 5 of the Fort Madison points. 7-5 Fairfield. Drew Myers, Ethan Bisgard. Ethan on the drive, lays it up and in. Muscled that shot through some contact, and Trojans have a 9-5 lead. Nolan Guzman with the basketball for the Bloodhounds. Over to Brody Ulick. Ulick dribbles down the middle of the lane, shot up and in. Brody Ulick, his first 2. Trojan lead is 2, 9-7. Here's Eli Zillman to Ethan Bisgard. Ethan, right wing to Axel Starr, drives to the right baseline, out to Brock Atwood. His long shot up and in, 3. Brock Atwood. That's another Beaner Funeral 3-pointer. Axel Starr knocks it down. You heard Nate Perkins halftime of the girls game talked about Axel needing to be willing to shoot those threes. Drew Myers just got his first foul. That's the third team foul on the Trojans. Off the bench, Fairfield comes in with senior Spencer McCready, 5'9" senior. Fort Madison with the ball. Trojans leading 12-7. Got a couple of Beaner Funeral 3-pointers. One each, Drew Myers and Axel Starr. Here's Gisende. Over to Ulick. Ball stolen by Spencer McCready. Took away the pass. Brings into the front court. Traveled with the basketball as he tried to pick up the dribble. Fort Madison coming with 3 new players, 5, 15, and 21. 5 is Rowan Benda, 15 Reese Huey, and 21 Jonah Tuckett. Fairfield with the ball, or Fort Madison with the ball after the Fairfield turnover. Trojans leading 12-7. Bring it up as Nolan Guzman. Over to Jonah Tuckett. Back to Guzman on the right wing. Hit that 3, so Fairfield gets right on him. Here's Tuckett. Now to Guzman. Pulls up right baseline. Shot is short. Rebounded by Brock Atwood. Saved it, and it was deflected back to Drew Myers. Now at Ethan Bisgard. Ethan brings it up. Ethan into the front court. In the lane, cut off. Puts the shot up. Too strong. Trying to hustle after his own rebound. Will pick up his second foul instead. So Ethan, I should say, with 2 of the Fairfield 4 team fouls here in the first quarter. He'll come out. That will bring in Jeremy Parker, 5'10" junior. The number 2 point guard in the Trojan rotation. Coach Perkins mentioned he had several assists. Didn't look to shoot the ball in the opener, but is capable. Here's Guzman. Gets it across center line. Over to Tuckett. Jonah Tuckett. Pass left side to Reese Huey. Out to Tuckett. Over to Guzman. Guzman backing it out on the dribble. Here's the three on the way. I think it was Tuckett. Shot wouldn't go. Eli Zillman with the rebound. It was Tuckett who missed the shot. Spencer McCready into the front court to Drew Myers. Drew spots up just outside the free throw line. Shot wouldn't go. Rebound deflects to Eli Zillman. His shot won't go. Rebounded by Fort Madison. Coming with the loose ball was Lucas Helmick. And a foul on Eli Zillman will be his first. And that's 5 team fouls, so 3:33 left in the first quarter. Bloodhounds will be in the bonus, shooting 2. Axel Starr comes back in, replacing Brock Atwood. Going to give Brock a little rest here in the first quarter. Heading down to the free throw line is Lucas Helmick, shooting 2. Bloodhounds, 1 trip to the line, both made by Nolan Guzman. Fairfield had 1 trip, both missed by Brock Atwood. The Trojans on top, 12-7. Helmick's first free throw is up and in. So Fort Madison hasn't missed on 3 free throws. He looks taller than 6'2", doesn't he, AJ? I say he looks taller than our players that are listed as 6'3". Seems they exaggerated down on him, and he hits both free throws. Inbounded to Drew Myers in the backcourt. In the middle of Spencer McCready. Back to Drew. To Eli Zillman in the right corner. Drives the right baseline. Offensive foul on Eli Zillman. His second personal. So being offensive foul, no free throws here. That'll bring Nolan Smith off the Fairfield bench. Big senior. So 16 fouls on Fairfield, just 1 on the Bloodhounds. Like I say, offensive foul means no free throws here. Nolan Smith in for the Trojans. Of course, he had a good senior season on the football field. Here come the Bloodhounds in the front court. Guzman dribbling around the perimeter. The pass goes through the hands of Rowan Benda. They're going to say Fort Madison keeps it. Coach Nate Perkins asked the outside official to help out his partners because that seemed to clearly be off the Bloodhounds, but they didn't see it. Here's Tuckett, his 3 from the right wing, and it's going to be a 4-point play opportunity as Jonah Tuckett hit the 3, and he drew contact from Spencer McCready. And just like that, we're tied at 12. First foul on Spencer McCready. That's now 17 fouls on Fairfield in the first quarter. Just 1 on the Bloodhounds so far. And it's free throw coming for the Bloodhounds. Nolan Smith, by the way, listed at 6'4", senior post player. Free throw is missed. And they got away with over the back, not called. The Fairfield fans are trying to help the officials get a second foul on Fort Madison in this first quarter. Jeremy Parker to Spencer McCready. Spencer to Jeremy Parker. Now Axel Starr hands it back to Parker. Into Axel. Trapped by a double team in the right corner. Pass to Parker. Top of the key, Spencer McCready for 3 off the back of the rim. Rebound Nolan Guzman. Fort Madison in the front court. Guzman. Pass left corner. Helmick faked the 3. Now a 3 by Huey. Wouldn't go. Nolan Smith with the rebound. Reese Huey missed that 3-point shot. Nolan Smith to Jeremy Parker. Fairfield in the front court. Here's Spencer McCready. Out to Jeremy Parker. 2:10 left in the first quarter. Spencer McCready gets the pass from Jeremy Parker. Over to Drew Myers. Deep 3 by Drew. Air ball. Out of bounds to the Bloodhounds. So Fairfield had a 12-7 lead, and we have not scored in quite a while. Game tied at 12. 30-second timeout. Fairfield will use it on the production end and be back in 30 seconds on the Atomo Radio Group YouTube channel.
Planning for 2026, smart farmers know the best yields start with the right choices. At Beck's Hybrids, where farmers are art, helping farmers succeed is what makes up the fabric of our culture. Call Brandon Tegler, your Beck's seed dealer serving Southeast Iowa. Get your 2026 seed orders in early and secure the varieties that perform best on your land. 641-919-7526. That's 641-919-7526. Beck's Hybrids, growing successful together.
All right, back here at the Hound Dome in Fort Madison, Trojan boys tied up with the Bloodhounds, 12 apiece with 2:01 left in the first quarter. Fort Madison will be inbounding the ball on the baseline in the backcourt. Triggerman will be Jonah Tuckett. Gets it into Nolan Guzman. Dribbles into the front court. Out between the circles. Now in the center circle. Over on the left side to Rilio Jasunde. Here's Tuckett. Nolan Smith gets the defensive rebound. Drew Myers, and Drew will dribble it up. Drew gives it back to Jeremy Parker. Pressured by Tuckett, Jonah Tuckett. Now over to Spencer McCready. To Jeremy Parker. Jeremy at the free throw line, cut off. Axel Starr, back to Spencer McCready. To Drew Myers. Drew, free throw line jumper, it's short. Rebounded by Fort Madison. Pulled out of there by Rilio Jasunde. Nolan Guzman up to Jonah Tuckett. His three out of the right corner. Too long. Rebounded by the Bloodhounds. Huey out to Nolan Guzman. Drives from the top of the key. Shot blocked by the Trojans. They'll call a foul. See Fairfield fans indicating that he traveled with the basketball before the foul. That'll be the foul on Axel Starr. That's first on Axel. 8th team foul in the first quarter on the Trojans, only one on the Bloodhounds. Nolan Guzman, first free throw is up and in. He's hit all three of his free throws. In fact, Fort Madison hasn't missed on 5 free. No, they did miss a free throw to try to finish a 4-point play. Have Rowan Kness, 6-foot junior, coming in for the Trojans. Going to give Drew Myers a rest here with under a minute to go in the first quarter, 52.5 seconds left. Guzman's second free throw is up and in. He's hit all 4 of his free throws. Trojans with the ball. Kness to Jeremy Parker. Jeremy dribbles out of the backcourt. Pass to Rowan Kness. Up ahead to Nolan Smith. Out to Jeremy Parker. Three is up and won't go. Rebounded by the Bloodhounds. Jonah Tuckett with the rebound and brings it up out of the backcourt. Shot clock is off. Well, no, I guess a half-second difference between game and shot clock. Nolan Guzman with it. And a backcourt violation. Guzman had the ball in the center circle. And he's complaining to the official, and the official said, no, I saw it hit the center line. Guzman still complaining to the officials. Brian Wilson also talking to the officials. I think they're wondering if the official didn't have the center line correctly spotted. The ref said, no, I know what I have for a center line. And it will be turnover by the Bloodhounds with Fort Madison leading 14-12. Brock Atwood will inbound the ball. Now the shot clock is off. 17 seconds left in the quarter. Into Jeremy Parker. There's a reach in that isn't called. Knocked out of bounds by Jonah Tuckett. So Fort Madison still with 1 foul in the first quarter. Fairfield with 8. Brock Atwood inbounds to Rowan Kness. Left alone, lays it up and in. Rowan had a wide open lane to the basket. Here's Nolan Guzman into the front court. We're tied at 14. Oh, that looked like a travel. He missed it anyway. Nolan Smith with the defensive rebound. And we haven't settled a thing. Tied at 14 at the end of the first quarter. Back with the second quarter in a minute on the Atomo Radio Group YouTube channel.
At Community First Credit Union, we want you to smile more and stress less this holiday season. Right now, we're offering 3 savvy ways to slay this holiday. Enjoy our low intro rate Flex Rewards card, secure a personal loan at a low rate, or save in a flash with Skip-a-Pay. Visit c1stcu.com/holiday loan or stop by a branch for complete details. Slay this holiday with C First. Some restrictions apply. Loans are subject to credit approval. Federally insured by the NCUA.
Shopping for a quality used car? Check out the inventory at Smithburg Automotive's lot at 1503 West Burlington Avenue in Fairfield. Need repairs? They've got you covered at the South 23rd Street location. Call 641-472-2454 or visit smithburgs.com. Need quality used parts? Head to Smitty's Auto Recycling on West Grimes in Fairfield. They've got fresh inventory arriving all the time. Selling parts or have a wrecked vehicle? They buy unwanted cars too. Call 472-4200 or stop by to see what's new in the yard.
Fairfield gets the ball to start the second quarter, brought to you by Fairfield Dental Clinic, West Adams and Fairfield. 2 dentists there to serve your needs. I have personally met Dr. Pat Jones, and I'll make sure to mention the other dentists on our next broadcast. Trojans inbounding. Brock Atwood to Ethan Bisgard. Ethan has to be careful, playing with 2 fouls. Drew Myers on the left wing out toward the top of the key. Brock Atwood tried to get it into Eli Zillman. It was kicked by the Bloodhounds, so Fairfield will keep it. Just underway in the second quarter. Fairfield led 5-0 at the start, 12-7, then fell behind 12-14, but tied it at the end of the quarter. Drew Myers trying to inbound, gets it to Ethan Bisgard, drives left baseline, shot was blocked, but comes right to Brock Atwood, lays it up and in. Brock Atwood with his first points on a basket. Nice putback. The Trojans are back on top. Here's the shot up, and it will not go. Eli Zillman ties up with a Fort Madison player. That shot by number 10, Brody Ulick. He did have a 2-point basket in the first quarter. So the Trojans had trailed briefly in that first quarter. 14-12. Bloodhounds with it. Here's Jasende. Dribbles it out between the circles. Over to Helmick. Helmick pass to Jasende. He almost lost the handle under the guarding of Ethan Bisgard. Now to number 3, Hunter Wiegand. Shot up and in by Helmick. Lucas Helmick gets a Fort Madison 3-pointer. And Bloodhounds are on top, 17-16. So their second lead of the night. I think we had a delay of game warning on Fort Madison as well. Oh, no, they called a foul on Brock Atwood. That's the second on Brock, so he and Ethan Bisgard each with 2 fouls. So it's now 9-1. Fouls on Fairfield versus Fort Madison. Drew Myers got the steal ahead to Ethan Bisgard. Ethan tried to drop it off to Eli Zillman. He does get it, and a foul on the Bloodhounds. That's only their second foul of the night. It's on number 10, Brody Ulick. Like I said, his first and only the second Bloodhound foul of the night. Drew Myers triggering from the baseline. Gets it to Axel Starr. Back to Drew in the left corner. His 3-pointer won't go. Rebounded by the Bloodhounds' William Scanlon. Jasunde drives into the front court. Aurelio to Nolan Guzman. Backs it out on the dribble. Pass to Scanlon. His shot wouldn't go. Rebound out of bounds off Fort Madison. Hunter Wiegand was the one who missed the shot. Fairfield will have the ball down a point, 17-16, or 6:27 left in the first half. Brock Atwood gets it in, and it goes through the hands. It actually went off of Fort Madison. Oh, I thought it went off a Fort Madison player, but they said Fairfield touched it last. Almost got a break as the Fort Madison player was trying to reach out and must have missed it. But I think the one official is seeing what I did. So I thought sure it hit a Fort Madison player. Now 2 officials are coming together to talk it over. And they say it is Fort Madison ball. And they're going to inbound from the bloodhound baseline. I think that's what they're saying, whether the ball was touched at all. And therefore it goes back to the baseline inbound play. Here's Helmick with the 3. It's off the front of the rim. Rebound taken away. Drew Myers stripped it away from Wiegand to Ethan Bisgard up and in. Nice assist by Drew Myers, leading to the layup by Ethan Bisgard. Trojans are back on top, 18-17. Sunday with the ball for the Bloodhounds in the front court. Drives into the lane. They're going to call a foul on Fairfield. Eli Zillman, I think, will pick it up. That'll be the 3rd on Eli. Fairfield fans are very upset. Aurelio Jasende puts the first one up, off the back of the rim and in. Rowan Kness, Nolan Smith back in for the Trojans. Brock Atwood, Eli Zillman will come out. So Eli with those 3 fouls, you're not going to see him again until the second half, barring Coach Perkins gambling. Second free throw is perfect by Jasunde. In for the Bloodhounds, number 4, Nolan Guzman, and number 24, Zeke Groves. Trojans now trailing by a point, 19-18. Get it inbounded to Ethan Bisgard. He'll beat the pressure with no problem. Into the free throw line. Pass out to Axel Starr, into Nolan Smith on the right block. Out to Axel. His 18-footer is up and it's off the rim. Rebounded by the Bloodhounds' Helmick. Jasunde dribbles into the front court. Nolan Smith will pick up a blocking foul. That'll be the first on Nolan. 3 team fouls already this quarter on Fairfield. Again, 1 on Fort Madison, 1 team foul each quarter. Fairfield in the first quarter had 8 team fouls, so fouls are piling up. Jakunde missed the first free throw. Fort Madison, like the girls' game, getting a lot of trips to the line in this first half. Jakunde, second one is good. He's 3 out of 4 at the line. Here's Ethan Bisgard into the front court. Pass to Rowan Kness, out to Drew Myers. Drew dribbles to the free throw line, now to Ethan Bisgard. Ethan spins, and a whistle and a foul on the Bloodhounds. And they can't believe it when they get called for a foul. They say, you're not supposed to call them on us. That's the first on Nolan Guzman. Second team foul of the quarter. So at least this quarter it's even. Fairfield 3, Fort Madison 2, fairly even. Compared to 8-1 in the first quarter. And Fairfield with the significantly higher amount. Drew Myers will inbound. Trojans trying to get back on top, down 20-18. Axel Starr to Rowan Kness. Over to Ethan Bisgard. Ethan drives into the lane. That's a foul. Ethan will head to the line, shoot 2. Foul was on Fort Madison's, called number 10. Brooke Ulick, his second. So he's the first Fort Madison player with more than 1 foul in the first half. Fairfield's already got a player with 3. Ethan misses the first free throw. They have 2 others with 2. Jonah Tuckett in for the Bloodhounds. Ethan's second free throw coming, trying to make it a 1-point deficit, 20-18 Bloodhounds. And it's perfect. So Trojans now 1 of 4 at the free throw line. Bloodhounds with it. Nolan Guzman dribbles it across center line. Over to Jakunde. Dribbles it out between the circles. Bounce to Tuckett. Left corner, Helmick out to Tuckett. Now to Jacunde, stolen by Drew Myers. Into Nolan Smith, lays it up, too strong. Rebound, Ethan Bisgard wouldn't go. Comes out to Jonah Tuckett. He'll push the Bloodhounds into the front court. No advantage, so he'll back it out to Jacunde. Over to Nolan Guzman on the right wing. Deep three on the way. Too strong, rebounded by Fairfield. Axel Starr went down. He saved it to Nolan Smith. Here's Ethan Bisgard in the front court. And there's an offensive foul on Ethan Bisgard. And that's a critical call as it's the third on Ethan. Fourth team foul this quarter. That'll get Jeremy Parker off the bench and right back in. So Ethan has spent a lot more minutes on the bench than Coach Perkins wants here in the first half. Trojans down a point, 20-19, inbounded to Nolan Guzman for the Bloodhounds in the backcourt. Dribbles up against pressure of Rowan Kness. Right corner, shot on the way. Too strong, rebounded by Nolan Smith. That shot by Helmick, a three out of the right corner. Rowan Kness to Jeremy Parker in the front court. Over to Drew Myers on the right wing. Out top of the key, Rowan Kness. Quick three on the way, short. Rebounded by the Bloodhounds. Deflected to Nolan Guzman. Guzman drives into the front court. Bounces it to Jacunde. Now Tuckett with it, Jonah Tuckett. 4 minutes left first half. Halfway through the second quarter, here's Jacunde. He traveled with the basketball. Bloodhounds turn it over. Trojans again can take the lead with the score here, down a point. Fort Madison 20, Fairfield 19. We'll have Spencer McCready in for Rowan Kness. No, in for Drew Myers. Spencer, 5'9", senior. Fairfield has 4 seniors start, the only underclassman being junior Ethan Bisgard. Here's Jeremy Parker into the front court. Rowan Kness in the center circle. Now to Spencer McCready on the left side. Spencer to Jeremy Parker. Pass went behind him, out of bounds to the Bloodhounds. Fairfield turns it over. We've had a couple of Beaner Funeral three-pointers. Both were in the first quarter. Brock Atwood comes back in for the Trojans and for Axel Starr. In the second quarter, brought to you by Fairfield Dental Clinic, West Adams in Fairfield. Three-pointers of service of Beaner Funeral Home, made by the Trojans, of course. Inbound pass to Nolan Guzman. Guzman will dribble it up, but the Bloodhounds leading by a point. Picked his pocket. Rowan Kness took it away from Guzman, lays it up and in. Rowan Kness with his second basket of the first half. Here's Guzman. Pass off to Tuckett. Shot won't go, but he'll head to the line shooting 2. Through the foul on Nolan Smith. That'll be the second on the 6'4" senior post player. 5 team fouls on Fairfield this quarter. So Bloodhounds in the bonus the remainder of the first half. This was going to be 2 shots regardless for Jonah Tuckett. Fairfield leading 21-20. Free throws up and off the mark by Tuckett. So Trojans with a 21-20 lead. 3:17 remaining in the first half. Second free throw ties us at 21. We're tied at 12, 14, and now 21. Here's Rowan Kness to Brock Atwood. His shot banked it up and in. Looked like it was going to come out, then it spun around and went through. Here's Nolan Guzman back the other way. Drives, shoots, missed it. Rebound Nolan Smith. Off to Rowan Kness. Into the front court to Nolan Smith. Here's Brock Atwood, 3 from the right side, short. Rebounded by the Bloodhounds. Foul on Nolan Smith. That'll be the third on Nolan. So a second Trojan with 3 fouls here in the first half. Joining Ethan Bisgard, and we'll have 2 free throws coming for the Bloodhounds. I believe Jacunde. Aurelio Jacunde with 2 shots. I think the J is a Y, Yakunde. Heard that from the PA man. The free throw's up and in. Yakunde gets the first one. Drew Myers, Axel Starr back into the Fairfield lineup. Nolan Smith, Spencer McCready will check out. 2:48 away from halftime. Trojan lead is 23-22. Second free throw's up and in. So Yakunde hits them both, and we're tied at 23. Jeremy Parker out of the backcourt. Pass to Rowan Kness. Right wing Drew Myers. 3 seconds on the Trojans. Brock Atwood said, I'm standing over here at the outside the lane. How can that be 3 seconds? The official saying it was the other guy. The other guy was out of the lane as well. One thing, you get in a debate with the officials, you're rarely going to win. Here's Nolan Guzman into the front court for the Bloodhounds. Off to Jonah Tuckett. Tuckett almost lost the handle. Here's Yakunde. Shot wouldn't go. Rebound Groves. Won't go. Rebound Drew Myers. Tied at 23. Fairfield with the ball. Rowan Kness to Jeremy Parker in the front court. Over to Rowan. Kness with it. Into Brock Atwood. Out to Rowan Kness. To Jeremy Parker. He'll shoot a three-pointer and ring it up. A Beaner Funeral 3 for Jeremy Parker. Trojan lead 26-23. Guzman lost the handle. Able to save it to Noah Tuckett. Jonah. I keep saying Noah. Out of bounds. Ooh, they say off Fairfield. Nolan Smith going to come back in, even though he's got 3 fouls. Spencer McCready also going to check in. Trojan lead is 26-23. Late here in the first half. Inbound play by the Bloodhounds on their offensive baseline. Along to Groves. Our right wing, Nolan Guzman off to Yakunde. He drives into the lane. Shot on the way by Tuckett, wouldn't go. Rebounded by Yakunde. Out to Guzman. Nolan Guzman with it. Minute 20 left in the first half. Trojan lead is 3. 25 seconds on the shot clock, so they don't have to worry about that at this point. Here's Yakunde. Backing it out on the dribble. Fairfield student section, D up is the chant. Here's Guzman into the lane. Shot up and in. Roland Guzman gets the layup. And a timeout for Madison. We'll use it. It's a 30-second timeout. Back in 30 on the Atomo Radio Group YouTube channel.
Shopping for a quality used car? Check out the inventory at Smithburg Automotive's lot at 1503 West Burlington Avenue in Fairfield. Need repairs? They've got you covered at the South 23rd Street location. Call 641-472-2454 or visit smithburgs.com. Need quality used parts? Head to Smitty's Auto Recycling on West Grimes in Fairfield. They've got fresh inventory arriving all the time. Selling parts or have a wrecked vehicle? They buy unwanted cars too. Call 472-4200 or stop by to see what's new in the yard.
All right, back here in the first half with 58 seconds away from halftime. Got Brian Witzenberg here to talk about the girls' game. We'll go right to him at the end of the half before we even take a break, so we can just get that taken care of and then do our halftime break. Inbound pass to Jeremy Parker into Spencer McCready. Dribbles into the front court. Over to Jeremy Parker. Trojans leading 26-25. Bounce pass for Drew Myers, knocked away by Yakunde. Out of bounds to the Trojans. Ryan Wilson, the laid back look for the Fort Madison head coach. He's got a red hoodie on. And a lot more facial hair. I didn't recognize him when he was out there for the warm-ups. So I've known Ryan for several years, but he has a much different look. Jeremy Parker dribbling the ball. Gets pressured by Tuckett. Pass to Drew Myers, lays it up and in. Nice assist, Jeremy Parker, for the layup by Drew Myers. Drew's got 7. Trojan lead is 3, 30 seconds away from halftime. Here's Nolan Guzman into the front court. Guarded by Spencer McCready. Trojans 28, Bloodhounds 25. Guzman just dribbling the ball out there in the top right corner. Now takes it on the drive. Shot wouldn't go. Rebounded by Groves. Up and in. No, up and won't go. Nolan Smith got the rebound. Spencer McCready's outlet pass was knocked away by the Bloodhounds at the end of the half. So 28-25, Trojans with a halftime lead on the Bloodhounds. So good first half. Fairfield has a 3-point lead. So I have Brian Witzenberg slap on the headset there. And like I said, we're going to go right to our halftime interview. The halftime show, a service of our friends at Smithsburg Automotive from vehicle maintenance, rental, and vehicle sales. Of course, they have two primary locations, the service on South 23rd Street and then the rental and the new car, or I should say new, the pre-owned vehicle sales located there at Burlington. I want to say 17th in Burlington. Don't hold me to that number street. It's out there across the street from West Casey's in Fairfield. But that's where they have those parts of the business. And then Smitty's Auto and Recycling, that's the old Smith Auto Parts at the end of West Grimes in Fairfield. Smithsburg Automotive brings you our halftime show. And Coach Brian Witzenberg, you mentioned to me, very happy with the effort of the girls tonight. So just talk about, hanging in the game with the Bloodhounds. They got away really in kind of late third and the fourth quarter, but, you're down maybe 10 points, I think, going into the fourth.
Yeah, we were down 35-25 going into that fourth quarter. And, that first half, we were really pleased at where we were, 25-18 at halftime. And just our effort and the way we were moving the ball offensively and attacking them, they were not ready for that. And I was really pleased with what we were doing.
Led by Vanessa Kessel, scored 11. Let's see, then it goes 6 apiece from Lenora Felt and also from Maddie Martin. And then I had 2 apiece from Emma Metcalf, Elise Setterstrom, and Lauren Martin, and 1 point from Faith Jones. That's what jumps out at you, because Faith normally can count on her for at least 8, if not 10 or more.
Right. Right now Faith's averaging 10 for us, and so for her not to hit a couple shots, that throws us off a little. But I tell you, it's going to take everybody, and it takes everybody just really working together, and I'm just proud of how hard we're working.
Yeah. I see Deanna Davis, I had her 17, but I see the official book had 15 for Davis, so I obviously gave 2 points for her to somebody else.
Yeah, and she's she's kind of their third player, and so for her to lead them, she's really active and a right-handed player, and they have 2 good left-handed players for them, and it was nice to be able to kind of hold them down a little bit tonight.
Sure. 6 of 16 free throws. They were 12 of 23, but 11 of 17 in the first half by the Bloodhounds.
Yeah, and we're going to get better at free throws as we go. We shoot a lot of free throws in practice, and we shoot when we're tired, and so those will come around.
What'd you have for rebounding leaders?
Rebounding, I had Maddie Martin with 11 rebounds tonight.
Wow.
Yeah, that was really good to see. And Elise Setterstrom with 9. So those 2 are really crashing the boards for us. We just got to get them some more help with everybody else crashing as well.
Anything jump out assist and steal wise?
No, Fort Madison did a really good job with our pressure as far as not really giving it to us.
Right.
But they were just kind of throwing it out of bounds. And,
yeah.
So we were making them uncomfortable. And it's not that anybody stood out in steals, but, man, our ball pressure was good.
And I know you're emphasizing this season full court pressure, and teams obviously have not seen that from Fairfield much in the past, at least the last few years. Maybe sometimes different coaches have tried it, but I know that's your style.
Yeah, we really try to push the tempo, play up-tempo, high-paced game, games that are fun to watch and also fun to coach and fun to play in.
Lenore Felt getting 6, and Emma Metcalf 2, 8 bench points. I think they only had 4 bench points from Molly Schulte. So obviously you like it when you get any points from somebody other than starters.
Yeah, absolutely. Lenore hit that 3 in the first half, and to see her have that success, that's good for her, and she's going to bring more as the season goes along.
All right, Tuesday at Ottumwa, they played Fort Madison. Fort Madison beat them by, I think it was 8-40. Something I can look it up here while you talk about that. But what do you expect from the Bulldogs?
Yeah, no, Ottumwa, they're a young team. They have a really good freshman core, and I think four freshmen get a lot of time for them. And so they're young, but also they know basketball, and so they're going to be ready. And we just got to make sure that we are competing every possession.
Yeah, the score is 58-45, so Fort Madison able to get almost 60, and they got Ottumwa 45. Any individuals that you know on the Bulldogs?
The Ryder girl, Emma Ryder, she's really long, 6'1", has good wingspan, and isn't afraid to shoot the three every now and then as well for them.
All right. Well, that's a home game, and then Washington comes to town for your first conference home game a week from tonight. Demons, what are they like this year?
You know, they're young too. They have a good senior, but their core is juniors, and so they're learning. They got a young coach and a new coach this year as well, and so we're not exactly sure what we're all going to see with that, but we are certainly just excited about every opponent that we're ready for.
Oh yeah. And any game you love to play, right?
Absolutely.
All right, well, good effort by the girls tonight. We'll talk to you Tuesday. Christian Rasmussen will be on hand for the broadcast, and always good talking to you, Wids.
Thank you, Lee.
Thank you, Brian. All right, we'll be back in 3 minutes with our remaining halftime show, again brought to you by Smithsburg Automotive in Fairfield.
This is Jeremy with Cranston Family Funeral Home. I want to take a moment and say thank you, not for choosing our funeral home, although we're deeply honored when you do, but for showing up for your neighbors, for supporting small businesses, for standing in line at visitations and hugging people you maybe haven't seen in years. That is what makes our communities feel like home. At Cranston Family Funeral Home, we don't believe in flashy promises. We believe in showing up quietly, respectfully, and doing the work that matters when it matters most. So from our family to yours, thank you. We see you, we are grateful for you, and we'll be here when you need us.
This is Miss Bonnie at Packwood Locker and Meats of Packwood. Packwood Locker and Meats brings farm fresh to your table. Beefy with boldness, porky with perfection, fresh off the farm and into your kitchen. We know how to make every meal a masterpiece. Trust the quality and savor the taste, because at Packwood Locker and Meats, fresh isn't just a promise, it's a guarantee. Now open for retail and pickup 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. Fridays and Saturdays. Visit PackwoodLockerandMeats.com for more information. Trust me, you can't beat Peyton's Meat, and we dare you to try.
We care. At Jefferson County Health Center, it's the little things that make a big difference. We believe every patient deserves to feel safe and comforted, no matter what brings them here. We strive to turn fear into comfort. We are committed to ensuring every patient feels informed, supported, and truly cared for.
Jefferson County Health Center, care you can count on. It's what we do.
Dr. Matt here, looking for complete dental care for your entire family? At Fairfield Dental Clinic in Fairfield, that's exactly what we provide.
Dr. Pat here. We pride ourselves on delivering comprehensive care from routine cleanings to advanced procedures. At Fairfield Dental Clinic, we're committed to creating healthy smiles in a comfortable, caring environment.
We live here, we work here, and we're proud to care for generations of families from Fairfield and the surrounding area. Call today for an appointment. Fairfield Dental Clinic, complete dental care for your entire family, your neighbors, your dentists, your smile.
This holiday season, connection means more than ever. At Lisco, we're proud to keep you close no matter the distance. With fiber-fast internet, crystal clear TV, and reliable phone service, your moments of laughter, your video calls, and your favorite holiday movies all shine brighter. Because at Lisco, connection isn't just what we provide, it's what we believe in. From our family to yours, happy holidays from Lisco, keeping you connected to what matters most.
At Community First Credit Union, we want you to smile more and stress less this holiday season. Right now, we're offering 3 savvy ways to slay this holiday. Enjoy our low intro rate Flex Rewards card, secure a personal loan at a low rate, or save in a flash with Skip-a-Pay. Visit c1stcu.com/holiday loan or stop by a branch for complete details. Slay this holiday with C First. Some restrictions apply. Loans are subject to credit approval, federally insured by the NCUA.
You're watching the Fairfield Trojans on the Ottumwa Radio YouTube channel.
Just about ready for the third quarter, brought to you by Lisco, your experts for fiber optic. Call 641-209-5400. Get set up with Lisco, your internet service provider. Couple of finals, actually 3 in girls basketball. Van Buren County all over New London, 63-9. Pekin got by Waco, Panthers 2-0. 53-47. Actually 3-0. Yeah, now 3-0. They were 2-0 going in. And it was Davis County rallying to beat EBF 55-46. Season opener for Davis County. EBF is now 0-4. Didn't have scores on the other conference matchups. Mount Pleasant Burlington and Keokuk Washington. Will try to get some boys scores later on this evening if we can. But right now we're ready to go in the third quarter. Trojans lead 28-25, led by Drew Myers with 7. 5 apiece from Axel Starr, Ethan Bisgard, 4 each Brock Atwood, Rowan Kness, and 3 from Jeremy Parker. A three-pointer brought to you by Banner Funeral Home. Axel Starr will inbound the ball to Ethan Bisgard. Ethan out there with 3 fouls. He and Nolan Smith each picked up 3 in the first half. Ethan dribbling the ball now to Axel Starr at the top of the key. Backs it out. Pass it to Ethan Bisgard. Into Eli Zillman, fumbled it. Dives to the floor, and tie-up alternating possession goes to the Bloodhounds. So Fairfield got the ball to start the third quarter. That tie-up will give it back to the Bloodhounds. And bringing it up, Yakunde. Aurelia Yakunde. Dribbles toward the three-point line. Pass to Brody Ulick. Ulick to Nolan Guzman on the left wing. Guzman to Yakunde. Yakunde bounce pass to Guzman. His shot wouldn't go. Groves saves it, but right to Axel Starr of Fairfield. Now to Drew Myers. Drew dribbles out of the backcourt. Trojans by 3 with the ball. Their biggest lead was 5-0. Drew stops, pops, and misses. Got his own rebound up and won't go. Rebounded by Yakunde for the Bloodhounds. Into the front court. And sure looked like he might have traveled, but they're going to call a foul on Fairfield. Let's see who picks this one up. It's on Eli Zillman, it looks like. That's his 4th. So Eli Zillman has not gotten to play a lot. I forgot about him having 3 as well in the first half. So Eli in serious trouble. He'll come out. At the line, Aurelia Yakunde. First free throws up and in. Nolan Smith in, and he's going to play with 3 fouls. Of course, our backup post player had a good senior season as a tackle for the Fairfield High School football team last fall. 3 throws up and no good. Rebounded by Nolan Smith. And a tie-up. Fairfield fans are saying that would have been a foul on us. They said he got arm, not ball. But they called it all ball and tie-up, so possession goes to Fairfield on alternating possession. Here's Ethan Bisgard out of the backcourt. Dribbles in the front court, inside the arc. Pass to Nolan Smith, out to Ethan Bisgard. Ethan to Axel Starr, now to Drew Myers. Over to Brock Atwood. Brock drives in the lane, shot up, and one. Brock hits the shot, and a foul on Fort Madison. Might have been away from the ball. The one official is talking to the other, and they do count the basket by Brock Atwood. Gives him 6 points. Foul was on Lucas Helmick, his 2nd. Fairfield 30, Fort Madison 26. 1 free throw for Brock Atwood. He missed a couple of free throws in the first quarter. Fort Madison student section trying to get in the head of Brock Atwood. The free throw is off the mark, rebounded by Nolan Guzman. Trojan lead is 4, 30-26. Guzman in the front court to Ulick. Brody Ulick to Nolan Guzman on the right wing. Pass to Ulick, out to Guzman at the top of the key. Guzman to Ulick. He's going to fire a 3, and it's off the back of the rim. Rebounded by Guzman. Lays it up and in. And Nolan Guzman with the layup, and the Trojan lead is 2. Back the other way. Axel Starr, 3 up and in. A Banner Funeral 3-pointer. Ring it up for Axel Starr. He's got 8 points. Trojan lead is 5, their biggest of the night. A traveling on Aurelia Yakunde as he tried to drive in the lane and lost his footing. Trojan student section, chance you can't do that. Ethan Bisgard brings it out of the backcourt. Crosses the big letters FM at center court. Knocked away by the Bloodhounds. Oh, they're going to say Ethan now. Outside officials are going to correct that. Yeah, he says Fort Madison knocked it away. Good communication by the outside official. Fairfield fans were definitely trying to help them see the correct call there. Drew Myers will trigger from the baseline. Into Brock Atwood on the left wing. Brock drives into the paint. Out to Drew Myers on the left wing. Drew. It's stolen away. Nolan Guzman picked the pocket of Drew, and he goes and slams it in. Our first dunk of the night by the Bloodhounds, Nolan Guzman. 33-30 Trojans. Here's Ethan Bisgard to Drew Myers. Might have got away with the walk to Ethan Bisgard. Ethan to Nolan Smith and Axel Starr. Actually, Brock Atwood, then to Axel Starr. Now a foul on Fairfield. It's going to be Axel or Brock. It's on Axel Starr. That's his second. Team foul number 2 of the third quarter. Trojans leading 33-30. Bloodhounds have the ball. Aurelia Yakunde had Ulick. Brody Ulick's three on the way up and in. Ulick ties the game at 33. Fairfield in the front court. Ethan Bisgard lays it up and it won't go. Rebounded by Groves. Outlet to Ulick. Lays it up short. Rebounded by Brock Atwood. Outlet to Drew Myers. Drew to Brock Atwood. He brings it across. Now Drew Myers fakes a three. Picked up his dribble. Out to Ethan Bisgard. Tied at 33. About 4.5 minutes left in the third. There's a silly foul on Brody Ulick. That'll be his third. He's the only Bloodhound player in foul trouble. I guess Lucas Helmick has 2. Fort Madison ready to bring in Rowan Benda, Reese Huey, and Jonah Tuckett. And for the Trojans, Rowan Kness. Rowan out there with now a new player. Oh, in for the first time, Luke Thornton, number 24. So Luke checks in with 4.5 minutes left in the third quarter. Fairfield in some foul trouble on that front line. Trojans with the ball. Ethan Bisgard trying to break the tie in Fairfield's favor. Rowan Kness called for traveling. So Luke Thornton is a 6'1" junior. In the backcourt, Tuckett drives into the lane. He might have got it with a walk. Huey over to Helmick. Bounce pass to Tuckett. Backs it out on the dribble. Rowan Kness picked his pocket. Gets the ball ahead to Ethan Bisgard. Lays it up and in. Nice job by the Trojans getting a breakaway. Ethan Bisgard gets his second basket of the night. Actually, third. Look, Nolan Guzman back the other way. Reties it at 35. 3:45 left in the third. Trojans, Ethan Bisgard with the basketball. Spins into the lane. Shot up. Won't go. Rebound, Nolan Smith. Didn't get the follow. Bloodhounds bring it up. Ball knocked away, but goes right to number 15, Reese Huey. Off to Nolan Guzman. Right corner. On the drive is Helmick. Tuckett missed the shot. Rebound, Nolan Smith off to Rowan Kness. Trojans bring it up. Here's Ethan Bisgard. Lays it up. Missed it. Rebounded by the Bloodhounds. They're going to call out of bounds or a foul. No. Oh, a flop warning on Fairfield. Or on Fort Madison, apparently. Okay, yeah, when Ethan Bisgard was on the drive, so they called it a flop on the Fort Madison player. Next one would be a technical, I believe. All right, Tuckett bringing it up for the Bloodhounds. We're tied at 35. Just 1 under 3 minutes left in the third. Here's Huey with it, off to Tuckett. Jonah Tuckett. Bounce pass to Guzman. His three from the left side is short. Rebounded by Fort Madison. Helmick lays it up and in. Lucas Helmick now with 7 points. Here comes Ethan Bisgard into the front court. Pass over to Thornton. Drives the baseline. Shot wouldn't go. Rebound comes off to Nolan Guzman. Out on the run out. Lays it up and in. Guzman got 8 points in this third quarter. 8 of their 13. Timeout Fairfield. We'll use it as well. Be back in a minute on the Ottumwa Radio Group YouTube channel.
Planning for 2026, smart farmers know the best yields start with the right choices. At Beck's Hybrids, where farmers are art, helping farmers succeed is what makes up the fabric of our culture. Call Brandon Tegler, your Beck's seed dealer serving Southeast Iowa. Get your 2026 seed orders in early and secure the varieties that perform best on your land. 641-919-7526. That's 641-919-7526. Beck's Hybrids, growing successful together.
Shopping for a quality used car? Check out the inventory at Smithburg Automotive's lot at 1503 West Burlington Avenue in Fairfield. Need repairs? They've got you covered at the South 23rd Street location. Call 641-472-2454 or visit smithburgs.com. Need quality used parts? Head to Smitty's Auto Recycling on West Grimes in Fairfield. They've got fresh inventory arriving all the time. Selling parts or have a wrecked vehicle? They buy unwanted cars too. Call 472-4200 or stop by to see what's new in the yard.
Back here at Fort Madison in the Hound Dome, where the Bloodhounds have a 39-35 lead and the basketball. No, it's actually Fairfield basketball. Yeah, that's right. They had scored to take that 4-point lead. This is the biggest Fairfield deficit of the night, 35-39. They've led by 5 on a few occasions. They were led, in fact, 33-28 here in the third. Inbound to Ethan Bisgard in the backcourt. He'll bring it across the center line. Off to Nolan Smith. Now to Drew Myers. To Ethan Bisgard on the right side. There's a reach in by Jonah Tuckett. That'll only be his first personal. And the third team foul on the Bloodhounds here in the third quarter. 2 minutes left in the third. Trojan deficit 39-35, just down by 4. Axel Starr into Drew Myers. Drew drives to the right baseline, cut off. Hands it off to Brock Atwood, out to Drew Myers. Drew gives it back to Brock Atwood. Now to Ethan Bisgard, lays it up and one. Silly foul by the Bloodhounds. Ethan was going to have the layup and then they reach in and foul. That'll give him a chance for a 3-point play. It's on Nolan Guzman, his second. Brings Zeke Groves back in for the Bloodhounds. He will replace Lucas Helmick. Groves, a 5'11 sophomore. Trojans down by 2 with the free throw coming from Ethan Bisgard. He was 1 of 2 in the first half. The Trojans were 1 of 4 as a team at the line. And the free throw is short. Rebounded by, it went off Fort Madison, out of bounds off of number 5, Rowan Benda. Axel Starr got in there and helped create that going to Fairfield. Aurelia Kunde back in for the Bloodhounds. Minute 46 away from the end of the third. Into Brock Atwood. Off to Axel Starr. Now here's Ethan Bisgard. Drew Myers with it. Drew on the right wing, picked up his dribble. Now to Nolan Smith, out to Brock Atwood. His 3 is up and it won't go. Rebound Axel Starr. Out to Drew Myers. Drew to Axel Starr. Right corner, Drew Myers. Guzman just right on Myers every time he gets a chance. Here's Brock Atwood. Shot up and won't go, but he heads to the line shooting 2. Brock Atwood will shoot 2 free throws. He's struggled, has missed all 3 free throws tonight. Reese Huey gets his first for the Bloodhounds there. 15 foul. Fairfield's in the bonus for the first time in this game and in the 3 quarters. Free throw short by Brock Atwood. Jeremy Parker in for the Trojans. He'll give a rest to Ethan Bisgard. Ethan, of course, was playing with 3 fouls here in this third quarter. Picked him up in that first half, 2 in the first quarter. Second free throw is good by Brock, so he finally gets a free throw to go, and the Trojan deficit is 1. Yakunde dribbles it across center line to the top of the key. Pass left side to Nolan Guzman. Guzman off to Huey. His three-pointer is off the mark, rebounded by Drew Myers. Reese Huey missed the 3. Ahead to Brock Atwood. Drives the right baseline. Shot won't go. Rebound Guzman for the Bloodhounds. Under a minute left in the third quarter. Trojans down by 1. Here's Guzman to Yakunde. Aurelia Yakunde to Nolan Guzman. Thought about the 3, then dribbled inside the arc, backs it out to Yakunde. Yakunde, bounce pass to Tuckett. Jonah Tuckett, now to Guzman on the right wing. 10 seconds to shoot. Here's Yakunde with it. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Yakunde pass to Groves, out of bounds to Fairfield. So now the shot clock will be off. Fairfield can play for the last shot of the third quarter. And if they score at least 2, they'll have the lead at the end of 3. Down 39-38. Axel Starr will inbound the ball to Drew Myers. Jeremy Parker, the point guard right now. He'll dribble out of the backcourt. Guarded by Tuckett. Picked up his dribble at a bad spot. Got it off to Drew Myers. 6 seconds, 5 seconds. Here's Nolan Smith out to Drew Myers. Drew lost the handle. Now here's the shot, won't count. Oh, and it went for Axel Starr, but they came just a half second too late. End of 3. Fort Madison 39, Fairfield 38. Back with the fourth quarter in a minute on the Atomo Radio Group YouTube channel.
This is Jeremy with Cranston Family Funeral Home. I want to take a moment and say thank you, not for choosing our funeral home, although we're deeply honored when you do, but for showing up for your neighbors, for supporting small businesses, for standing in line at visitations and hugging people you maybe haven't seen in years. That is what makes our communities feel like home. At Cranston Family Funeral Home, we don't believe in flashy promises. We believe in showing up quietly, respectfully, and doing the work that matters when it matters most. So from our family to yours, thank you. We see you, we are grateful for you, and we'll be here when you need us.
We care. At Jefferson County Health Center, it's the little things that make a big difference. We believe every patient deserves to feel safe and comforted, no matter what brings them here. We strive to turn fear into comfort. We are committed to ensuring every patient feels informed, supported, and truly cared for.
Jefferson County Health Center, care you can count on. It's what we do.
Back here in Fort Madison, fourth quarter underway as Trojans are going to be on defense, alternating possession. Bloodhounds get the ball to start the final quarter of regulation. 1 point game. Fairfield needs to win this quarter by at least 2. Aurelia Yakunde to Tuckett, back to Yakunde, over to Nolan Guzman. Right corner to Ulick. Now Guzman off to Yakunde. Aurelia Yakunde to Nolan Guzman, free from the right wing. It's off the mark. Rebound Drew Myers. Here's Ethan Bisgard bringing it up. Playing with 3 fouls. Eli Zillman on the bench with 4 fouls. Ethan Bisgard to Axel Starr. Oh, he's in the game now. Ethan with it, into Eli. His shot, fade away, wouldn't go. Eli yet to score in the ball game. Nolan Guzman to Yakunde. Yakunde picked up his dribble. Over to Tuckett. To Nolan Guzman. Here's Tuckett, left side Yakunde. Ethan doesn't want to commit a foul out there. Yakunde lost the footing. Now Guzman is fouled by, I believe, Axel Starr. First team foul either side this fourth quarter. I think it was on Drew Myers. It's called a blocking foul. Yeah, Drew picks up just his second foul. I thought it was on Axel myself, but they're still discussing it over at the official scorer's bench. Now they put up 23. Yeah, that's correct. Third on Axel Starr instead of the second on Drew Myers. Fort Madison inbounding right in front of head coach Ryan Wilson. Nolan Guzman will trigger it. Into Yakunde. Aurelia Yakunde. To Nolan Guzman. Drives. Offensive foul on Guzman. That'll be his third. Second Fort Madison player with 3 fouls, the other being Brody Ulick. That's a player Fairfield would love to see get 2 quick fouls and be gone. So much is centered around him in the offense for the Bloodhounds. We're planning to have Coach Nate Perkins, provided he has a voice, come up and talk to us after the boys game. Inbound past Ethan Bisgard. Might be at the 10 o'clock hour. Ethan into the front court. Dribbling it out there to Eli Zillman. Eli makes a move. Drives in, left the layup short. Rebounded by Groves, and a foul on Drew Myers. This will be the second on Drew. Second team foul of the fourth quarter. And Fort Madison will have the ball inbounding from the baseline in the backcourt. Nolan Guzman will bring it up. Bloodhounds lead 39-38. This game has been within 5 pretty much all the way. Shot by Tuckett wouldn't go. Rebound Axel Starr. Whips it ahead for Ethan Bisgard. Stolen by the Bloodhounds. Tuckett. Shot wouldn't go. Blocked by the Trojans. Drew Myers out of there with it. Drew on the drive. Pass in the middle. Now to Eli Zillman. His shot up. Scoops it up too strong. Rebounded by the Bloodhounds. Eli just can't break the seal in this game. Seems like a lid on the basket when he shot it. Still a 1-point Fort Madison lead as neither team has scored here in the fourth quarter that's over 2 minutes in. Tuckett to Yakunde. Out to Tuckett. Over to Guzman. His three from the left wing is off the back of the rim. Rebound Ethan Bisgard. Ethan will bring the Trojans in the front court again. Score at least 2. You take the lead back. Drew Myers on the left wing. Off to Eli Zillman. Eli makes the move into the lane. Dips down, lays it up, and again can't get the layup to drop. Can't get a much better shot than that. Here's Guzman. He was bumped by Eli, but no call. Tuckett with it. Jonah Tuckett. Dribbles into the lane. Pass off to Ulick. His shot up, and it will not go. Rebound missed. Rebound Groves, and he's hammered. They pull people apart down there. If it's on Eli, he's gone. Helps on Brock Atwood. His third. Third team foul at the line. Zeke Groves, 5'11 sophomore, has yet to score. He gets 2 free throws to try to get in the book. Still, neither team has scored, and we're over 3 minutes into the fourth quarter. 4:59 remaining. 39-38 Bloodhounds. If this was a college game, they might have looked at that for an upgrade, where there was a hard foul, one of those flagrants. High school, I don't believe they have that. I've talked to my neighbor, my referee neighbor, Pat McAvan. Although he's coaching this season, one of volunteer assistant on the Fairfield side. And they call that the fourth on Axel Starr instead of the third on Brock Atwood. So we've had 2 fouls like that this quarter that have, both of them have gone on Axel Starr, ironically. Groves' first free throw is off the back of the rim. Still Bloodhound lead, 39-38. Getting set to check in for Groves is Lucas Helmick. They list him at 6'2". I swear he's at least 6'6". Second free throw by Groves is right in the middle. No! Violation, so doesn't get either free throw. And he'll come out of the game. Fairfield will inbound the ball, still down a point, 39-38. Coach Wilson is saying, how can you spot that from underneath the basket? So I've got good vision. Had my eyes checked today. 20-90. Inbound pass to Ethan Bisgard. Ethan dribbles into the front court. Trojans need again a score to take the lead. Ethan into Eli, knocked away. Stolen by Yakunde. Aurelia Yakunde into the front court. To Ulick, his right wing three is off the mark. Rebound Eli Zillman. Hold it down in traffic. Out to Drew Myers. Trojans down a point in this fourth quarter. Is yet to see either team score. Ethan Bisgard shot won't go. Out of bounds off of Fairfield. And Coach Perkins is going to take a timeout. See if it's a 30 or a 60. I thought he indicated he wanted a timeout. Fairfield has 3 timeouts remaining. Fort Madison 4. Oh, they're removing somebody. From the Fairfield student section. So Mr. Lamb, the AD down here. His dad is, of course, Don Lamb. Not Don, Tim Lamb. Fort Madison with the ball. Guzman, 3 from the left side is up and in. So Nolan Guzman finally breaks the scoreless fourth quarter, almost halfway through, 42-38. Bloodhounds lead is 4. Drew Myers into the front court. Over on the right wing, guarded by Tuckett. Drives, the floater won't go. Rebound Ethan Bisgard, up and one! Ethan lays it in and has a free throw coming. So Fairfield fell behind 42-38, and just like that, chance to get it back down to 1. Ethan has gone 1 of 3 at the free throw line. Ryan Wilson wanted to take a timeout. And we'll use it on this end. My production and engineer, AJ Rowe, will play the commercial. 30 seconds, and we're back on the Atomo Radio Group YouTube channel.
At Community First Credit Union, we want you to smile more and stress less this holiday season. Right now, we're offering 3 savvy ways to slay this holiday. Enjoy our low intro rate Flex Rewards card, secure a personal loan at a low rate, or save in a flash with Skip-a-Pay. Visit c1stcu.com/holiday loan or stop by a branch for complete details. Slay this holiday with C First. Some restrictions apply. Loans are subject to credit approval, federally insured by the NCUA.
Fourth quarter should be brought to you by some kind of defensive product defender, but no, it's brought to you by Brandon Taglar, your Beck Seed dealer. Give him a call, 641-919-7526. Brandon Taglar, your Beck Seed dealer. Starting lineups for a service of Packwood Locker and Meats of Packwood. Visit them, packwoodlockerandmeats.com. All right, chance for a 3-point play. Ethan Bisgard, 1 free throw. Try and make it a 1-point game. 42-40 Bloodhounds. Ethan's free throw is off the rim. Rebounded by Helmick. Here's Yakunde into the front court. Takes it all the way to the basket. Missed it. He rebounded Eli Zillman to Drew Myers. Drew into the front court. Knocked away by Tuckett. He almost saved it, hustling all the way to the baseline. So Fairfield will get the ball on the offensive baseline. Down 2, 42-40. Gonna have Drew Myers inbound the basketball. Need a 2 to tie, 3 would put the Trojans on top. Got it to Ethan Bisgard. Ethan on the drive. Blocked by Guzman, out of bounds. Off of Ethan, they say. The ball belongs to the Bloodhounds with 3:37 to go. Yes, I know, my number. Into Tuckett. Jonah Tuckett, he's played a lot of minutes off the bench for the Bloodhounds. In the front court, over to Nolan Guzman. Hit a big 3 a little while ago. Offensive foul on Guzman, that's his 4th. Lowered the shoulder, drawing the charge. Eli Zillman risky because it would have been the 5th that they called the block on Eli. But instead, it's the 4th on Nolan Guzman. So Guzman with 4, Eli Zillman with 4. Fairfield with the ball. Axel Starr inbounds to Drew Myers. To Brock Atwood in the front court. Brock dribbling the ball, hands it back to Ethan Bisgard. Come on, Trojans, at least get it tied on this possession. Here's Eli Zillman to Drew Myers on the right wing. Drew dribbles into the lane, stops, pops, and hits. Drew Myers finally gets the Trojans on the board with 3:05 to go. We're tied at 42. Ball's knocked away, stolen by Eli Zillman, and he draws the foul on Yakunde. Aurelio Yakunde, just his first foul. But Eli Zillman will head to the line, I believe. Everything I say out of bounds. Out of bounds to Fairfield. So Trojans were down by 4 after that Guzman 3. Fairfield's outscored the Bloodhounds 4-3 in a defensive battle in this fourth quarter with 2:57 remaining. Timeout Fairfield. Back in a minute. No, timeout Fort Madison. Minute timeout. We'll be back in a minute on the Ottumwa Radio Group YouTube channel.
Dr. Matt here. Looking for complete dental care for your entire family? At Fairfield Dental Clinic in Fairfield, that's exactly what we provide.
Dr. Pat here. We pride ourselves on delivering comprehensive care from routine cleanings to advanced procedures. At Fairfield Dental Clinic, we're committed to creating healthy smiles in a comfortable, caring environment.
We live here, we work here, and we're proud to care for generations of families from Fairfield and the surrounding area. Call today for an appointment. Fairfield Dental Clinic. Complete dental care for your entire family, your neighbors, your dentists, your smile.
If community matters, choose a family that values community. When you choose Beaner Funeral Home, you are choosing more than a business and more than a building. You are choosing a family. When you support those who give back to the community by way of volunteerism, talents, and monetary investments, you are ensuring this legacy of giving continues. We offer the most economical cremation and traditional burial pricing in our area and invite you to experience the Beaner difference of community, compassion, and commitment.
I mentioned stopping by that visitation at Beaner Funeral. Also wanted to mention Rachel Brown, Scott's wife, their family operation at the Beaner Funeral Home. I saw Rachel helping run the concession stand at the home basketball games with Oskaloosa on Tuesday. So thanks to Rachel for helping the middle school crew run the concessions that night. Drew Myers inbounded to Brock Atwood. Brock into the lane, out to Drew. Drew's hit 1-3 tonight. Now to Eli Zillman. Eli's going to shoot a 3 and banked it in. Eli Zillman picked a good time to score for the first time tonight. A 3 makes it 45-42 Trojans. Guzman to Yakunde. Over to Tuckett. Tuckett. Oh, that's foul number 5 on Eli. Eli saying, I had my arm straight up. Should have been an offensive foul, but he's done. So Eli Zillman, moments after hitting that 3 to put the Trojans on top, fouls out with 2:35 remaining. His only points of the night were, a big one. Big basket. At the line, Jonah Tuckett, 2 shots. He's 1 of 3 at the line tonight. Jonah Tuckett. And they have Tuckett finally set to get the ball. Free throws off the back of the rim. Just going to look up Tuckett. He's a 5'7" freshman. Boy, a good young player. Missed them both. Nolan Smith with the rebound to Ethan Bisgard. Ethan driving out of the backcourt. Jonah Tuckett pressuring him. And they say Ethan lost it out of bounds. Ethan said, man, that guy knocked it away from me. But the other officials don't overrule the one. All right, here's the ball. Nolan Guzman. Trojans by 3. Yakunde with it. To Guzman out deep on the left side. Knocked away by the Trojans. Brock Atwood gets the steal. Ethan Bisgard ahead to Drew Myers. Lays it up and too strong. Rebounded by Drew Myers to Axel Starr. Axel fires a long shot. Won't go. Rebounded by the Bloodhounds. And an official's timeout. Do we have somebody hurt or? I see a trainer down on one knee, but I don't see a player injured. But there's only 4 Trojans in the, well, or is it? I can't tell for sure what's going on here. I'm blocked by the players on the Fairfield bench. Why don't we roll a timeout here and we'll try to come back and figure out what's going on the Ottumwa Radio Group YouTube channel.
This holiday season, connection means more than ever. At Lisco, we're proud to keep you close no matter the distance. With fiber-fast internet, crystal clear TV, and reliable phone service, your moments of laughter, your video calls, and your favorite holiday movies all shine brighter. Because at Lisco, connection isn't just what we provide, it's what we believe in. From our family to yours, happy holidays from Lisco, keeping you connected to what matters most.
It was a Fort Madison player, freshman Jonah Tuckett, that was shaken up at the end of the Fairfield bench. Like I say, I didn't see what had happened. I'll tell you one thing, that kid hustles all over the place, and looks like they're maybe working on a cramp on the Fort Madison bench. So Bloodhounds with the ball. Trojans lead 45-42 as we come up on 2 minutes remaining in the fourth quarter. Nolan Guzman in the backcourt. Picked up by Drew Myers as he crosses center court line over to Yukunde. Aurelia Yukunde to Nolan Guzman. Guzman shot, the floater won't go. Rebound Nolan Smith. Over to Drew Myers. Coming up on 1:45 right now, remaining in the fourth. Drew Myers into the front court. Trojans by 3 with the ball. Drew picked up the dribble to Ethan Bisgard. Ethan to the free throw line. Hands it back to Drew Myers. Drew on the drive, cut off, fadeaway shot, won't go, rebounded by Groves for the Bloodhounds. Here's Nolan Guzman. Ahead to Ulick. His 3 from the left side would tie it. It comes up short, got his own rebound, lays it up and in. Go to Ulick with his 7th points of the night. Trojan lead is 1 with 1:10 to go. Ethan Bisgard in the front court, need a basket here. Keep the pressure on the Bloodhounds. Ethan drives into the lane, out. Pass to Drew Myers over to Brock Atwood. Brock dribbling the ball. To Axel Starr. Now Drew Myers. Drew with the 3. Off the back of the rim. Rebound Nolan Smith. Out to Drew Myers. Got a fresh 35. Timeout Fairfield. Full timeout. Back in a minute. Trojans up 1 with the ball on the Ottumwa Radio Group YouTube channel.
Planning for 2026? Smart farmers know the best yields start with the right choices. At Beck's Hybrids, where farmers are art, helping farmers succeed is what makes up the fabric of our culture. Call Brandon Tegeler, your Beck's seed dealer serving Southeast Iowa. Get your 2026 seed orders in early and secure the varieties that perform best on your land. 641-919-7526. That's 641-919-7526. Beck's Hybrids, growing successful together.
At Community First Credit Union, we want you to smile more and stress less this holiday season. Right now, we're offering 3 savvy ways to slay this holiday. Enjoy our low intro rate Flex Rewards card, secure a personal loan at a low rate, or save in a flash with Skip-a-Pay. Visit c1stcu.com/holiday loan or stop by a branch for complete details. Slay this holiday with C First. Some restrictions apply. Loans are subject to credit approval, federally insured by the NCUA.
Fourth quarter of Fairfield High School basketball brought to you by Brandon Taglier. Beck's seed dealer, call 641-919-7526. Get set up for your Beck's seed for next year. Axel Starr will inbound the ball. Trojans lead by a point, under 50 seconds remaining in the fourth quarter. Trojans 33 seconds to shoot. Get it into Drew Myers. Over to Ethan Bisgard. Ethan drives, cut off, out to Drew Myers. Ethan Bisgard in the right corner. Ethan dribbling the ball on the arc. Takes it into the lane, shot up and got it! Ethan Bisgard, a big 2-point basket. Bloodhounds down 3 with the ball. Here's Ulick driving, cut off, shot, short, Rebounded by, well, it comes out and off Fairfield. Went off Drew Myers, I believe. 21.3 seconds to go. Trojans by 3. Bloodhounds with the ball. Each team with 2 timeouts remaining. Nolan Guzman will trigger for the Bloodhounds. Into Yakunde. Yakunde back to Nolan Guzman. Over to Ulick. Ulick. Shot clock is off. Here's Yakunde. Now to Ulick. Timeout for Madison. Oh, Axel Starr stole that pass as the timeout was being awarded. We'll see if it's a full or a 30. Full timeout. Back in a minute on the Ottumwa Radio Group YouTube channel.
Shopping for a quality used car? Check out the inventory at Smithburg Automotive's lot at 1503 West Burlington Avenue in Fairfield. Need repairs? They've got you covered at the South 23rd Street location. Call 641-472-2454 or visit smithburgs.com. Need quality used parts? Head to Smitty's Auto Recycling on West Grimes in Fairfield. They've got fresh inventory arriving all the time. Selling parts or have a wrecked vehicle? They buy unwanted cars too. Call 472-4200 or stop by to see what's new in the yard.
This is Jeremy with Cranston Family Funeral Home. I want to take a moment and say thank you, not for choosing our funeral home, although we're deeply honored when you do, but for showing up for your neighbors, for supporting small businesses, for standing in line at visitations and hugging people you maybe haven't seen in years. That is what makes our communities feel like home. At Cranston Family Funeral Home, we don't believe in flashy promises. We believe in showing up quietly, respectfully, and doing the work that matters when it matters most. So from our family to yours, thank you. We see you, we are grateful for you, and we'll be here when you need us.
7.2 seconds left. Nolan Guzman inbounding for the Bloodhounds. Trojans lead by 3. We were talking about whether Fairfield would foul. I think Fort Madison is going to use their last timeout. Or did Fairfield call it? Full timeout for Madison. Back in a minute on the Ottumwa Radio Group YouTube channel.
At Community First Credit Union, we want you to smile more and stress less this holiday season. Right now, we're offering 3 savvy ways to slay this holiday. Enjoy our low intro rate Flex Rewards card, secure a personal loan at a low rate, or save in a flash with Skip-a-Pay. Visit c1stcu.com/holiday loan or stop by a branch for complete details. Slay this holiday with C First. Some restrictions apply. Loans are subject to credit approval, federally insured by the NCUA.
We care. At Jefferson County Health Center, it's the little things that make a big difference. We believe every patient deserves to feel safe and comforted, no matter what brings them here. We strive to turn fear into comfort. We are committed to ensuring every patient feels informed, supported, and truly cared for.
Jefferson County Health Center, care you can count on. It's what we do.
All right, do you foul or do you let it play out? Up by 3, 7.2 seconds left. Aurelia Yakunde will be the trigger man for the Bloodhounds. Into Groves. Over to Helmick. Now Ulick with the ball to Guzman. Guzman fires a 3, and it's off the mark. Trojans win 47-44. So it worked out fine to let it play out. Guzman with a forced fadeaway 3-pointer, and the Trojans take this win to open conference play, square the record on the season at 1-1, 47-44 Trojans. Fourth quarter brought to you by Brandon Taglier, Beck Seed Dealer. Call 641-919-7526. We're going to take a 2-minute timeout and be back with the recap of the scoring and wait for Coach Nate Perkins. A happy coach will be coming up in a few minutes on the Ottumwa Radio Group YouTube channel.
Dr. Matt here, looking for complete dental care for your entire family? At Fairfield Dental Clinic in Fairfield, that's exactly what we provide.
Dr. Pat here. We pride ourselves on delivering comprehensive care from routine cleanings to advanced procedures. At Fairfield Dental Clinic, we're committed to creating healthy smiles in a comfortable, caring environment.
We live here, we work here, and we're proud to care for generations of families from Fairfield and the surrounding area. Call today for an appointment. Fairfield Dental Clinic, complete dental care for your entire family, your neighbors, your dentists, your smile.
Shopping for a quality used car? Check out the inventory at Smithburg Automotive Lot at 1503 West Burlington Avenue in Fairfield. Need repairs? They've got you covered at the South 23rd Street location. Call 641-472-2454 or visit smithburgs.com. Need quality used parts? Head to Smitty's Auto Recycling on West Grimes in Fairfield. They've got fresh inventory arriving all the time. Selling parts or have a wrecked vehicle? They buy unwanted cars too. Call 472-4200 or stop by to see what's new in the yard.
At Community First Credit Union, we want you to smile more and stress less this holiday season. Right now, we're offering 3 savvy ways to slay this holiday. Enjoy our low intro rate Flex Rewards card, secure a personal loan at a low rate, or save in a flash with Skip-a-Pay. Visit c1stcu.com/holiday loan or stop by a branch for complete details. Slay this holiday with C First. Some restrictions apply. Loans are subject to credit approval. Federally insured by the NCUA.
This holiday season, connection means more than ever. At Lisco, we're proud to keep you close no matter the distance. With fiber-fast internet, crystal clear TV, and reliable phone service, your moments of laughter, your video calls, and your favorite holiday movies all shine brighter. Because at Lisco, connection isn't just what we provide, it's what we believe in. From our family to yours, happy holidays from Lisco, keeping you connected to what matters most.
You're watching the Fairfield Trojans on the Ottumwa Radio YouTube channel.
Back on the postgame show. He's already here, Coach Nate Perkins. We'll talk to him in just a few seconds. I said to give the scoring recap. Drew Myers ended up with 9, had that three-pointer in the first quarter. In fact, a part of the 5-0 start for the Trojans. Had 13 from Ethan Bisgard, 5 in the first half, 8 in the second. Brock Atwood finishing with 7 points. Had 8 points from Axel Starr. He had a pair of threes, which I know Coach will talk about that and how happy that makes him. Eli Zillman, just 1 basket, but a huge three-pointer that gave the Trojans momentum there in the fourth. Jeremy Parker hit a 3 as well, and 4 points from Rowan Kness, so that's 7 bench points by those 2 players. And Fairfield gets the W, 47-44. Fort Madison had a game-high 20 from Nolan Guzman, 7 apiece, Brody Ulick and Lucas Helmick, 6 from Aurelia Yakunde, and 4 from a good freshman, Jonah Tuckett, who played a lot of minutes and then was shaken up. Looked like it might have been a cramp toward the end of the Fairfield bench very late in the game. Well, Coach Nate Perkins, wow. This was a heck of a win. That fourth quarter, I didn't think anybody was going to score or win almost 4 minutes without either team scoring. And your defense, talk about that.
Yeah, we made a lot of adjustments over the past week, and I really think that the guys embraced it, and they stepped up to the challenge. They really crashed the glass. I think we saw a great showing from Nolan Smith in some huge minutes, getting big rebounds. I mean, he's getting off the floor. Athletic performance paying off right there. Big minutes from him, probably more than he's used to playing, and that was great. You expect a lot of points from a guy like Eli, but when it doesn't happen and your other guys come through and step up, and it helped that we played exceptional defense, I think. And we got a lot of stuff we need to work on still from a defensive standpoint. We had quite a few breakdowns, but, I think we have a good basis to keep working from.
Ethan Bisgard, good ball handling. Unfortunately, spent a lot of time on the bench in the first half with those 3 fouls and then didn't get another one. And that obviously was huge to keep him on the floor.
Yeah, he told me at the end of the second quarter, hey, I won't pick up another foul. And I said, you told me that last game too.
Tonight he was a man of his word.
You got to quit getting 3 fouls in the first half. You can stay on the floor a little more.
Definitely.
But, yeah, he definitely is a big catalyst for us. He can really make things happen and get into the paint and make teams uncomfortable. And, if we can hit some of those shots, if we're prepared to shoot them, I think tonight, especially in that fourth quarter, we kind of went back to the way we were in the first quarter against Oskaloosa. Who's going to be the guy that wants to take that shot? And we called timeout because, oh, my God, I think we were all a little scared. But, we got them settled down, and I said, hey, I don't care who it is, you're all on the floor because I believe in you and I think you can hit that shot. And, fortunately we were able to score and go down and get a couple big stops, and there at the end,
Yeah. So was that a planned 3 by Eli?
No. But,
it worked.
I'm glad that he had the confidence to shoot it, and it went in because, we give our guys that kind of confidence. So,
that's right. He didn't call the bank, I'm assuming.
No, but heck, they all count the same.
That's right.
It's like I don't care if you shoot it left-handed or right-handed as long as it goes in.
Yeah, it can go, like you said, as long as it goes in and not off the top of the backboard. The Guzman kid, obviously a really, really good player, and I know you really tried to identify him wherever he was at on the floor.
Yeah, he's a returning all-conference. I think he was he might have been first team, actually.
Yeah.
First team all-conference, so he really is he can play. He had a good summer, I think, playing AAU, and he does a lot of things for them, and they're very young, and I think they were missing maybe a guy, but seriously, they're at the end, the whole job was make sure we face guarded him, and if he got a shot, it was going to be over 2 guys, and it was going to be very highly contested, and I think we made it tough on him, and it was a really difficult shot. So.
You always hear about that. Do you foul in that situation, up 3? And obviously that's not at least wasn't your philosophy tonight, but did you consider that?
So we thought about it, and here's the reason we didn't. Because if he makes the first one and misses the second one and they kick it out and hit a 3 or something, if we were up 4, we're probably fouling.
Yeah.
Up 3, I think we have to take our chances playing defense and knowing that they're going to miss it. We're not going to foul.
Yeah.
We're not going to have a repeat of what happened to what we did to Mount Pleasant last year. So we got a second chance to talk about it when he called that second timeout. So that was beneficial to us.
Yeah.
And I got a lot of happy guys in the locker room right now. So.
As they should be. Spencer McCready gave you some good minutes off the bench. You mentioned Nolan Smith. Luke Thornton got in for a few minutes because your post-player foul trouble with Eli getting 4 fouls and Nolan in foul trouble. Brock or Ethan has mentioned in some foul trouble. But all that adversity, you still a win in the Hound Dome. You can say something. It's not an easy place to win.
It is definitely a difficult place to come play. The atmosphere here. Their student section's always raucous, and the whole building's always kind of rocking, and it's loud and it's hard to hear. And Coach Wilson does a great job with his team. They're always well prepared, and I'm sure they'll be ready to give us everything we want when they come to Fairfield in January.
Can guarantee that. Tumwa up next. You got a home week. Tumwa Tuesday, Friday, of course. Washington coming in for the conference. Girls play on Saturday. Boys don't. But just talk about the Bulldogs on non-conference. Obviously, you want to win every game, but focusing especially on beating the Demons.
Yeah. Right now, I don't know that much about Tumwa. We were pretty focused on tonight.
As you should be.
We'll go home and we'll take some time and watch some film. They'll have a couple games under their belt. And Washington picked up a big win against Albia on Tuesday, so we'll see how they did tonight. And that's always a big matchup for us when we play Washington, because I feel like they're a very similarly built team to us. They're not huge. They have a lot of guys that get up and down the floor, so we look forward to those kind of matchups. And we'll be ready to go come Tuesday. We like those home weeks. These road trips are in December and January here are hard on you. So we look forward to next week. But tonight was a great win, and I think a lot of the guys are going to go home and have a great weekend.
Well, as they should, because it was a fun, like I say, fun atmosphere. It's a heck of a lot more fun when you win.
It is. It always is.
Yeah, no question about it. Give me an update on Riley. How's he going up in Cedar Rapids?
Oh, he's loving it. He's enjoying adjusting to the athleticism and not being one of the bigger guys on the floor.
Mount Mercy, right? Cedar
Yes,
Rapids,
he's at Mount Mercy. They play Sunday up at in Davenport against now I can't remember. St. Ambrose.
I was going to say, I was trying to
against
think
St. Ambrose. So
Quad Cities colleges.
We don't have practice, so I might go up there and try to catch that.
As you should.
And I think now that we got a win under our belts, I can feel like I can go up there and watch that and not have to stress about this game, and it's glad that we picked it up. And I think our JV and freshman teams played well as well.
Good.
So we got a lot going on. We got 35, 36 kids in our basketball program.
Awesome.
And I think that's just a testament to our coaches and our kids and the families that are in the program, and they want to be here. So that's what we're building off of.
Rowan Kness got 4 points. I know. And Jeremy Parker, only 3, but he hit a big 3. And out there for Ethan Bisgard as a point guard, with Ethan sitting there with those 3 fouls, and you can't say enough about him, stepping up as the ball handler.
Yeah, he's asked to take that challenge on, and we're working with him, and I think he's got a lot of upside to him. He's definitely a tough defender. He likes to get after it, and he knows right now he's got some opportunities when Ethan needs blows, and then maybe sometimes down the road we'll play him and Ethan together. Same with Rowan. Rowan is kind of coming along the same path. They're working really hard to get better, and I think both of them, right now is their kind of prequel. Next year is going to be their monster season. So this year they're going to learn, grow, and get so much better that next year they'll just be ready to go and amazing players. So.
And I give you credit for being a psychic when we talked at the halftime of the girls' game. Axel Starr needs to shoot some threes and knock down a couple in the game, and that was huge.
Yeah, I told him when he double clutched one here and pulled up from 15 foot, I asked him why he didn't shoot it, and he said, "I'm sorry." I said, "Well, next time you're going to shoot it." So when we called timeout with a minute left before Eli shot that, 20-footer and banked it, I said, "So we're gonna penetrate, and actually you're supposed to come over the top. Brock's going back door, and they overplayed, so we didn't get to where we needed to be. But
right.
I'm like, you're gonna hit that shot when it gets kicked out to you." And he's like, "Yes, sir." So I mean, great kids.
Coachable, right?
Just thankful that we have such great players in our program, and keep working hard.
That's the way you got to go. Have a great weekend, and see you Tuesday at home.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me, guys, and have a safe trip back to Fairfield.
All right, appreciate it. Nate Perkins, head coach of the Fairfield Boys Basketball team, and again, a great win, 47-44 at the Hound Dome over the Fort Madison Bloodhounds. Try to take the headset with you there, Nate. It got hooked on his water bottle or phone there. Anyway, so we'll wrap it up in just a couple of minutes. Tell you what's ahead for the Fairfield basketball teams coming up next week, as Christian Rasmussen will return on the radio, as I'll be doing the PA duties coming up on Tuesday night for the girl-boy doubleheader with the Ottumwa Bulldogs. So we'll look forward to that. Back in a couple of minutes to finish things out at the Hound Dome on the Ottumwa Radio Group YouTube channel.
Planning for 2026? Smart farmers know the best yields start with the right choices. At Beck's Hybrids, where farmers are art, helping farmers succeed is what makes up the fabric of our culture. Call Brandon Tegeler, your Beck's seed dealer serving Southeast Iowa. Get your 2026 seed orders in early and secure the varieties that perform best on your land. 641-919-7526. That's 641-919-7526. Beck's Hybrids, growing successful together.
At Community First Credit Union, we want you to smile more and stress less this holiday season. Right now, we're offering 3 savvy ways to slay this holiday. Enjoy our low intro rate Flex Rewards card, secure a personal loan at a low rate, or save in a flash with Skip-a-Pay. Visit c1stcu.com/holiday loan or stop by a branch for complete details. Slay this holiday with C First. Some restrictions apply. Loans are subject to credit approval, federally insured by the NCUA.
This is Miss Bonnie at Packwood Locker and Meats of Packwood. Packwood Locker and Meats brings farm fresh to your table. Beefy with boldness, porky with perfection, fresh off the farm and into your kitchen. We know how to make every meal a masterpiece. Trust the quality and savor the taste, because at Packwood Locker and Meats, fresh isn't just a promise, it's a guarantee. Now open for retail and pickup 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. Fridays and Saturdays. Visit PackwoodLockerandMeats.com for more information. Trust me, you can't beat Peyton's Meat, and we dare you to try.
You're watching the Fairfield Trojans on the Ottumwa Radio YouTube channel.
All right, back to wrap things up again in the girls' game tonight. Fort Madison took the victory 47-30. I was talking to Coach Kent Bailey, assistant of Landon Bentley, the girls' head coach for the Bloodhounds, he said, I'll tell you what, your girls played hard. He said, they're not going to be an easy team second time around or against a lot of the opponents in the Southeast Conference and non-conference as well. But Kent had nothing but good things to say. And you obviously you're not going to sit there and beat up on the other team. But like he said, it showed a great deal of hustle and just, getting after it, playing hard. And coaches can really appreciate that. All right, we've got some scores to go through. We'll do that, and then let me go back to that girls' game. 47-30 the final. At the end of the first, Fairfield only trailed 10-7. They were down 8-7 at one point. It was 19-13 in the second. Then it got to 25-18 at halftime. At the end of the third, it was just a 10-point game, 37-27. And then Fort Madison outscored Fairfield 10-3 in the fourth quarter to win 47-30. Trojans led by Vanessa Kessel with 11. 6 apiece, Maddie Martin and Lenora Felt. And those were the leaders for the Trojans. 15 from Deanna Davis of Fort Madison, the game high scorer in that girls contest. Boys game, Fairfield wins it 47-44, led by 13 from Ethan Bisgard. Drew Myers 9, 8 from Axel Starr, a big 8 there. He had a couple of threes, so the majority of his scoring came on three-point shooting. Brock Atwood was 7. We had 4 points from Rowan Kness, 3 apiece from Jeremy Parker and Eli Zillman. Both of them were three-pointers. Those Beaner Funeral Home threes, love to see that. And Brock Atwood, I mentioned, was 7. Fairfield, not great free throw shooting in the girls' game. They were 6 of 16 in the boys' game. Let me add it up here. We only made 1 of 4 in the first half. And then in the second half, come on, my pen doesn't want to write. Go to a different pen here. Oh, thank you, AJ. Pencil will work better. So 1 of 4 in the first half. And in the second half, we only made 1 of 4 again. 2, 3, 4, yeah. So 2 of 8 free throws in the game. And obviously when you win by 3, you could have used a few of those free throws, but when you win by 3, you didn't need them. It just would have made it a little bit easier. I want to again thank Jeff Lamb, the activities director here at Fort Madison, especially for the opportunity to do the video down here in the Hound Dome, which we couldn't do last year, but we're hoping to get permission down the line from like Burlington and Keokuk in the conference now. Shout out to Nolan. Oh, yeah, Nate mentioned that in the post-game show. But, yeah, Nolan Smith, a great job on the boards in that varsity win for the Trojan boys basketball team. Didn't have any points, but he had a bunch of rebounds. All right, let's see, first of all, girls scores from the area. Number 11, Burlington didn't exactly have it easy, beating Mount Pleasant 71-56. Didn't hear a score on Keokuk, Washington. Let's see, it was Pekin 53, Waco 47. Panther girls are 3-0. Van Buren County shut down New London 63-9, 2-0 Van Buren County. Davis County got by winless EBF 55-46, so that was the opener for the Lady Mustangs of Coach Matt Zittler. EBF now winless in 4 games. Didn't have a report on Cardinal Centerville girls. On the boys' side, these are all finals. It was Burlington over Mount Pleasant 59-42. Keokuk blasted Washington 78-42. Wow. That Keokuk team with Jackson Clark, the big guy, they roll. Waco defeated Pekin 61-55. Van Buren County 60. New London 56. Good win for the Warriors. And Davis County got knocked off by EBF 69-61, the opener for Davis County. EBF now 1-1, no report on Cardinal Centerville boys. So that's it from the Hound Dome. Once again, final scores. Girls game went to the Bloodhounds 47-30. Boys game also 47 by the winner. Trojans holding off the Bloodhounds 47-44. Big thanks to my producer, director on site, AJ Rowe, to you, the listeners, and of course, all of our outstanding sponsors. Let me mention them to close out the broadcast. Community First Credit Union, Cranston Family Funeral Home, Fairfield Dental Clinic, Smithburg Automotive, Cranston Family Funeral Home, by the way, bringing you the post-game show from Fairfield and Keosauqua, Lisco, Jefferson County Health Center, Brandon Taglier, Beck Seed Dealer, Packwood Locker and Meats, and the Beaner Funeral and Crematory. On behalf of AJ, I'm Lee Muntz saying so long from the Hound Dome, where the Trojans split the Southeast Conference opening doubleheader, winning the boys game after coming up short in the girls game. Good night, everyone.